All right, here we are again. If you're looking for a lively city in the heart of the Dallas and Fort Worth area with bustling economic activity and great entertainment options and a good quality of life, then get ready to step into Irving, Texas, one of the hottest areas around. But before you pack your bags and call one of us realtors to go ahead and move to Irving, Texas, let's go and take a fair look of the upsides and the downsides, or the pros and cons of Irving, Texas. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Mike Harrison, your local realtor in Texas, and I've helped many clients buy and sell all over North Texas. If you want to know what it's like to work, live, and play in the Dallas Metroplex, go ahead and subscribe, support the channel, and stay tuned for videos every single week. To kick us off, let's go and dive in for a quick overview of Irving, Texas. With a population of nearly 240,000, Irving has grown rapidly in recent decades, becoming a popular spot for families and businesses in the heart of the Dallas and Fort Worth area. Located just minutes from the DFW International Airport, one of the busiest airports in the country, Irving offers excellent access to the region's main activity centers. It's only 25 minutes from Dallas and 45 minutes from Fort Worth, giving residents a great location to enjoy everything the area has to offer. And hey, Irving isn't just a great place to live, but it's also a top business destination. Home to 8 Fortune 500 companies and 4 Fortune 1000 companies, Irving has become a hub for some of the world's largest and most successful companies. It also hosts over 8,500 businesses, from big international businesses to local startups, making it a hot spot for business opportunities. Now, to learn how to benefit from living in Irving, let's go and start with the pros of this area. For pro number one, let's go and talk about Irving's community development and the diversity here. Just to double click here, let's go and talk about some of the top accomplishments the city has earned over the years. It's been ranked the number 5 smartest city in Texas from All Connect Residential back in March of 2019. Also in 2019, Wallet Hub ranked it as the number 3 hardest working city in the US. Wallet Hub ranked it as the number 9 best city in the US for Halloween, the number 6 best real estate market in the US for mid-sized cities, the number 37th best city for employment, number 12 best city for millennials, the number 5 best conference destination, and the number 6 most livable city according to Smart Asset in November 2016. Irving's also known as one of the most diverse cities in Texas and really the whole country. So much so that it was ranked as the 9th most diverse city in the country among cities with over 200,000 residents according to Brown University. And if that wasn't enough, the planned community over at Las Colinas has taken Irving's urban living and just the overall vibe of Irving to the next level. A luxury level at an affordable price, with over 40 different residential villages and services from the Las Colinas Association that includes alarm monitoring, security patrols, high quality parks, trails, plazas, you name it. This is a multi-billion-dollar project that ensures an interconnected and innovative lifestyle. All of these villages, or I guess if you want to call them villages, because we are here in Texas and not some European village, but all of these areas or neighborhoods of Las Colinas all offer their own amenities and character to kind of go under the umbrella of living in one of America's top locations. And on top of all that, Las Colinas also offers 25 million square feet of office spaces, global headquarters of Fortune 500 companies, luxury hotels, private country clubs, gated neighborhoods, urban lofts, parks, and a light rail system. Yes, all of that and more within one community. Plus, Irving is all about being diverse and friendly. The people here are nice and polite, and there are lots of fun community events on the weekends. Many neighborhoods have pools, parks, and sports for you and the family to enjoy. Our second pro of living in Irving is going to be the entertainment scene that you get to enjoy. One of the best spots for entertainment around here is the Toyota Music Factory. You can listen to live music, try out some awesome restaurants, grab some drinks, and even catch a movie there. We'll touch base more on the Toyota Music Factory later in the video, but fun from a top car manufacturer isn't the only place that Irving has to offer. There's also plenty of spaces to eat around Irving. All over Texas and the Dallas and Fort Worth area, Irving is well known for its cool food scene, including Kitchen 101 that's been getting a lot of love from irvingtexas.com. It's a modern spot that's changing how we think about fast food. Everything there is fresh, tasty, and never boring. The Mandalay Canal is also a major tourist attraction for Irving as well. Its old world style gives the office buildings, shops, and restaurants a unique view and feel from its more modern counterparts nearby. This is a more peaceful gathering area for those needing a break from the hustle and bustle, and offers a tree-lined path to walk near the canal. Apart from its places to eat, Irving also offers some pretty good golf courses, which if you're like me, and I know I've said this in previous videos in the past, but if you're like me, it's a never-ending struggle just to make consistent connection with the golf ball. With 5 18-hole courses, including the Las Colinas Country Club that offers an oasis for busy professionals and active families on the go, you can easily either play 9 or 18 holes. So if golf is your thing, this full-service club has got you covered. So again, whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or just enjoy some nice, satisfying meals, Irving has a lot to offer you. Homeowner associations often host community events on weekends, and since Irving is centrally located, you can easily access Dallas and Fort Worth for exciting sports events. The Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Mavericks, the world champion Texas Rangers. Yes, I said world champion. At the time of making this video, it is August of 2024, so we're going to ride that championship banner all year long. The Dallas Stars, the Dallas Wings, FC Dallas, and the Dallas Rattlers are all a short drive from Irving. So as you can see, there are plenty of options to choose from. On to our third pro of living in Irving, that's going to be the overall housing market here. We've talked about the entertainment scene. Let's go ahead and cover the housing market as a whole. And with the entertainment scene like this, you got to imagine the highs can get highs, but still it's a rather affordable place to live around Dallas. Living costs are below the national average, and other items are generally cheaper in Irving than other major Texas cities. The housing market itself, it's still pretty hot. Redfin shows that houses in Irving get about 3 offers on average and sell in just 26 days. That's pretty quick, especially when in 2023, according to the MLS, there were 923 homes that sold between a low of $122,000 and a high of $3 million. The $3 million home was kind of an outlier with over 12,000 square feet. The median sales price in 2023 was $410,000 and a median price per square foot of $214.21. And more recently, so far in 2024, the MLS shows 367 closings through the first week of June, having a median home sales price of $378,000, which is nearly 10% less than last year. It's a bit lower than the median home price of the Dallas and Fort Worth area, which is $425,000. And who's moving to Irving? If you've been watching this channel or any other real estate related content over the last 2 or 3 years, you know that we're getting folks from all over the West Coast, particularly LA and Seattle and San Francisco, especially right here in Irving. It seems like the word about this discount paradise has gotten outside of Texas. Thanks a lot, YouTube realtors. Now let's talk about some standout neighborhoods here. Valley Ranch and Las Colinas are among the most desired, with Valley Ranch having that cozy suburban feel, great homes, top-notch schools, and access to parks and fun spots. And as for Las Colinas, we've already mentioned it earlier, it's a mixed-use area with a variety of homes, from fancy single-family homes to modern urban lofts, both offering a great lifestyle. And then the prices, on the other hand, for these two neighborhoods in particular, like I said, it's pretty hot in Irving. In Las Colinas, prices have been ticking up a bit, and as of April 2024, according to Zillow, the average home price hit nearly $520,000, up 5% last year. Although there are several neighborhoods within the Las Colinas general area that are well into the $1 million range. And again, Las Colinas is a 12,000-acre master plan urban hub and entertainment district that combines picturesque residential areas along with soaring towers and premier dining and entertainment options, offering 56 small lakes, including the 87-acre Lake Carolyn, jogging trails, parks, museums, colleges, and cultural institutions. You'll have a range of hotel options here ranging from the Omni Las Colinas Resort to the Hilton Garden Inn. Local restaurants that are pretty popular around the Las Colinas community are going to be Bar Louie and the Yard House. When I visited the area, I'm usually at the Toyota Music Factory for concerts, where Irving has hosted some major names in the music business. So sure, some of the homes in Las Colinas can get a little pricey, but in my opinion, for everything that you get while living there, it's pretty reasonable. Now, Valley Ranch, on the other hand, that's where the situation and the story gets a little bit different. Single-family homes there go from $400,000 to $800,000, but if you're after something fancier, more custom-built type homes, they can go anywhere from $1 million to $2 million. If you're on a budget, there are still condos available for around $300,000. But again, we're trying to keep this a fair and objective video about Irving, although I would love for anybody watching this to call me and say, hey, I want to move to Irving. But that's beside the point. Trying to keep this fair and objective, Irving does have some of the highest property taxes within DFW. The cityofirving.org shows that Irving has an average 2.4% tax rate as of October 1st, 2023, which is slightly higher than the standard tax rates we see in Texas, from the high 1% to low 2% ranges. So again, that's something to keep in mind. Our fourth pro of living in Irving is going to be the booming local economy here. You heard me mention at the beginning of the video that Irving is a magnet for businesses and job creation over the years. Especially in the development of Las Colinas, the city has bolstered its reputation as the headquarters of headquarters in Texas, attracting 57 new companies in the fiscal year 2022 to 2023. According to PolitiFact.com, there are actually more Fortune 500 and Fortune 1000 corporate headquarters per capita than in any other city in the United States, including 2 major employers of Caterpillar and ExxonMobil, The Chamber of Commerce shared that these wins represented $190 million of capital investment, 4,700 new and retained jobs, over 2.2 million square feet of commercial space, and 17 corporate headquarters. Irving's central location, pro-business public policies, a vast and diverse skilled workforce, favorable tax policies, and growing capabilities in e-commerce and logistics makes it an attractive destination for business expansion. And actually, a recent study ranked Texas as the #1 state for the best business climate for companies looking to move or grow. And the Dallas and Fort Worth area is leading the country in population growth with the highest annual job growth rate at 4.4%. The economic success in Irving is clear. Over the past 5 years, the Economic Development Office has seen a 133% return on public investment, saving households about $40.65 each in potential taxes. The numbers back up Irving's rankings. Like I said, it's the #3 hardest working city in the U.S., the #6 best city to live in Texas, the #22 best city to start a business, and with one of the best housing markets in the country. And they're not stopping there. This year, they're launching a new plan to find promising industries, target markets, and share the Irving/Las Colinas story worldwide. But not everything in Irving is sunshine and rainbows, and with the good comes some of the bad. So let's go ahead and address some of the cons of living in Irving. For con number 1, let's go and see what's going on with Irving School District. Most of the city falls under the Irving Independent School District, but some areas are served by other districts like Carrollton, Farmers Branch, Capel, and Grapevine or Colleyville. When it comes to high schools, the main ones in Irving are Irving High, MacArthur, and Nimitz. Irving ISD is pretty big, with irvingisd.net showing there are approximately 31,000 students spread across 3 high schools, 8 middle schools, and 23 elementary schools. They've got over 4,000 staff, including 2,200 teachers, and it's the 39th largest school district in Texas, according to niche.com. Now, their academics, or at least their academic reputation, could be a lot better. The district's graduation rate's around 89%, and niche.com shows that according to state test scores, only 26% of students are at least proficient in math and 36% in reading. Niche did give Irving an overall school grade of a B, but the scores don't really justify that rating. Niche also showed that students score an average of 21 on the ACT and a 1060 on the SAT, and the student-to-teacher ratio is 14-1, which isn't too bad. Recently, Irving ISD scored a B rating from the Texas Education Agency as well for student performance in college and career readiness. But if you're not satisfied with that, there are some alternative options outside of the public schools. Irving has some of the top-notch private institutions like the Highland School, the Holy Family Catholic Academy, and a couple other options. These private schools have an A+ rating, but they also charge around $20,000 a year. So be prepared to open up your wallets if you're looking for the best of the best. Our second con of living in Irving, and yes, I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth on this one, especially since I was talking about the outdoor scene on the pros, the Las Colinas, the golf courses. But really, like, just trying to keep it fair, there's not a whole lot of, or at least a variety of outdoor options in Irving. If you're into more extensive like nature trails or parks or water sports, you're going to be a bit limited here. If you enjoy indoor entertainment, you're going to be satisfied with a Toyota Music Factory. But when it comes to the outdoors or nightlife, Irving might not fully scratch that itch. If you want a more expansive outdoors and nightlife option, go ahead and check out Dallas, Fort Worth, or some other areas for that scene. Our third con, and this is pretty universal all across DFW, so just be prepared. Well, look at me. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm basically sweating bullets right now. It's 100 degrees. It's August 7th or 8th right now. It is hot. The summers and the overall weather of Irving are not the best. This will take some time to adjust for folks that move from out of state, especially in the beginning. Plus, we do get occasional storms and even tornadoes, so it's important to be prepared for that as well. Many of us realtors could talk about the pros and cons of every city of Dallas, but this is just pretty consistent. Be prepared for inconsistent weather all throughout the year in DFW. And for our fourth and last con, again, this is consistent with pretty much every suburb of DFW. It's going to be the insane traffic we're experiencing. And if you're watching this from the Northeast or the West Coast, I don't want to hear it anymore. Some of you guys have commented like it's nothing compared to LA or whatever. Yeah, dude, save it, man. It's crazy here now, especially when you're dealing with inconsistent weather. Expect longer travel times, more stress while driving, and plenty of jokes about the infamous traffic jams. Also, if you rely on public transportation, options in Irving might not be as plentiful as you'd hope. But hey, no place is perfect, If these are a few things that you can handle or adjust to as you move to Irving, then it's a great city. Welcome to Irving. You know who to call. So with this, we've reached the end of our pros and cons of Irving. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you ever have any questions about Irving or would like a tour of any of the homes here, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. All of my contact info is pinned in the top comment below. And lastly, if you want to see what another great North Texas suburb is like, check out this video by clicking here or up here.